Newscast with your 17 Court Watch. Hopelessly deadlocked. That's what a Kern County jury told the judge today in the case of Maya Hernandez, the mother charged with murder in the hot car death of her son. Jurors had to decide if Hernandez had, quote, implied malice or if she was criminally negligent when she left her son in a car for over 2 hours on a 101-degree day back in June. 17's Connor Dorr joining us in studio now with more on today's verdict. Connor?
Jim, 20-year-old Maya Hernandez was found guilty of 2 counts of child cruelty, but the jury was deadlocked on her second-degree murder charge and her involuntary manslaughter charge. Judge Charles Bremer declared a mistrial on both those counts, meaning the district attorney's office could retry her for both or either of those charges.
Count. We, the jury, impaneled to try the above-entitled case, find the defendant, Maya Hernandez, guilty of child abuse likely to produce great bodily harm or death of Emilio G.
And declaring a mistrial as to count 1, which then necessitates a mistrial as to count 2.
Just 45 minutes into deliberations on Thursday, jurors sent a note to Judge Bremer saying they are hopelessly deadlocked on the murder charge. Bremer called the jury into the courtroom and asked each juror individually if there was anything more that could help the group of 12 come to a decision. Each juror said no. I spoke with 2 jurors. One told me the split in the jury room was 9 people wanted to convict her of involuntary manslaughter and 3 wanted to find her guilty of murder. Jared Thompson, a criminal defense attorney, broke down what might have happened in the deliberation room.
So there was probably a lot of discussion about whose side was right, and ultimately, the 2 groups that exist in that jury room held their line.
However, Judge Bremer declared a mistrial for second-degree murder and involuntary manslaughter, leaving that up to the DA to decide if another trial is in order. Thompson said the way the DA charged Hernandez leaves a lot of questions.
It looks like it's charged as a separate count in count 2, but when you get to involuntary, the way it was pled, you're dealing with a separate count, essentially, and like a totally separate theory of homicide.
Hernandez told officers she left her car running with the air conditioning on when she spent over 2 hours inside the medical spa. However, she did not know her 2022 Toyota Corolla Hybrid shuts off after an hour of inactivity. She did not check on her children during those 2 hours, and her son, 1-year-old Emilio Gutierrez, died of heat exhaustion.
When you have a parent who's doing something negligent that results in the child dying, to try to prove a murder count, even a second degree, it is more difficult. I think jurors struggled, and I can see why they would struggle with finding her guilty of murder on those types of facts.
Hernandez's attorney, Terrell Wakeman, sent a statement saying, quote, "The defense continues to assert that this tragic event is involuntary manslaughter and not second-degree murder. We asked the district attorney's office if prosecutors plan to retry Hernandez on murder and manslaughter counts. A spokesperson said we would have to find out at her next court date, which is set for January 12th. In studio, Connor Dorr, 17 News.